Can you take the light out of my eyes?
You were picking up my car, man. I don't know what you were doing. If you obstruct my way.
What are you trying to find out?
The names of the two deputies that were there.
And why is that?
Because it's public information.
Your name.
I'm not entitled to give you anything.
Let's see what Mike Chitwood, the sheriff of the Volusia County Sheriffs Office, has to say about things like this. All of what you're about to see and hear is from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office in Florida. And I'm about to show you 3 different levels of interactions with this department and their disdain for the public, from the deputies on the road to the communications and dispatch center. And then we will hear from the sheriff himself, the top brass of this department, Sheriff Mike Chitwood. And we'll see what he thinks about when his deputies mistreat the public. Some of you might be shocked to hear what he has to say, while others will expect nothing less. Now I'm going to briefly explain to you how this incident we're about to watch unfolded. I actually wasn't even looking for it, and Tyrant came to me. While at a friend's house one night, deputies were in the area trying to arrest somebody on a warrant down the road. One marked police vehicle was parked about a half a block from where the deputies were. The lights were off, it appeared unoccupied, and the 2 deputies were down the road by the other vehicle where they had arrested the suspect, apparently. Now, since this vehicle, the unoccupied one, was parked right in front of my friend's house, all I did was walk over to it just to look at the vehicle number. That's all I wanted, and it was very brief. I wasn't even recording because at this time I wasn't even trying to interact with police. I just wanted to see if I knew who it was by the vehicle number. I saw the vehicle number. I didn't know who the hell it was, so I had no interest and started walking away. I said nothing to the deputies. But the deputy that's apparently assigned to that vehicle that we the people pay for, apparently got bent out of shape that I looked at it. So he decided he should start yelling at me and blinding me with his flashlight for no reason. Again, I said nothing to them. I've got nothing to do with what they're doing. I just looked at his car half a block away from him. That's it. Watch this. Let me see if you agree, but I think I found a tyrant. It's my opinion that he so badly wanted to become a feelings enforcer. He wanted to violate my rights because he's typically probably a bully tyrant who doesn't handle it well when he's not in control of everything. And you can see several times that he wanted to so bad, and I think it was just the camera that stopped him. So when he started yelling and blinding me, that's where I started recording. That's where we pick up right here.
Can you take the light out of my eyes? So can you take the light out of my eyes?
You were picking up my car, man. I don't know what you were doing. What's up?
I was looking at you. Now can you take the light out of my eyes?
What's going on, man? Can I help you?
Can I help you?
Okay, so I can't help you. Sounds good.
What's the deal with the light in my eyes?
I don't know what you were doing by my car.
Looking at it.
Okay.
Is there a reason to be a dick?
You were a little too close and no one was being a dick.
A little too close. Well, the light in the eyes is being a dick. What is too close? What's too close? How close am I allowed to get? So I don't make the same mistake next time.
Watch out.
What's...
If you obstruct my way,
I'm asking you,
Don't obstruct
so
my way.
I don't do it again next time. What's your name? Asshole.
Obviously, he didn't want to tell me his name. And you saw that he never checked his car, so he had no concern that I was doing anything other than looking at it. It's my opinion, he's just used to being a tyrant. He's just used to people bowing down to him. And he can't even compute and form proper words when someone doesn't do it. When someone stands up. When someone reminds them that minus any crime, they have no authority over you. I've said a million times, that badge is the same thing as a 7-Eleven name tag. So this other deputy is sitting with a prisoner in the back seat, and he has to write up some paperwork. And then they're going to take the guy to the jail. But just to avoid having to tell me his name, he told this other deputy to come around the corner and meet him, and they'll do the paperwork there. So he's going to drive off on me too. But we'll see them again in a minute. Next, we're going to call dispatch and try to get their name. Wait to hear how that goes.
Thank you for calling the Volusia Sheriff's Office Consolidated Communications Center. The Communications Center dispatches for all police, fire, and EMS providers. Communications 9483.
Hey, I just need to find the deputies' names that were just attempting to serve a warrant on Drive in Deltona. I don't know if they're still on the call or not.
Actual address?
It's, I don't know the actual address. I don't know the house over there.
Okay, what is it? Close, an address nearby that I can look it up quickly?
Let me see. Probably like maybe 61 or something like that, maybe.
61 what?
Let's drive. Yeah. They might still be on the call. I don't know. They just drove away.
Okay, and what are you trying to find out?
The names of the two deputies that were there.
And why is that?
Because it's public information.
Okay, what is your name and your phone number?
I just need their name.
I understand. I will have one of them give you a call.
No, I don't need them to call me. I just need to find out their name. Which is public information. I know you can give it to me.
Well, I'm trying to understand if you don't even know the address. What is the... Is there a problem?
Why do you need to understand all that just to give me that public information? You personally don't have to understand everything just to give me the public information. I'm just asking a simple question. What were their names? It's very...
I can give you their ID number.
Sure. Either way,
Well, you can that through records on Monday.
Well, you can give me their names too, but the ID number, whatever, either one.
Hold on one moment.
Now I'm on hold as she's asking someone if she has to tell me, I'm sure. But why the disdain? This is a perfect example of what always goes on. A public employee refusing to give public info to a citizen and a bad attitude. Why 20 questions? Why not just give the public info? When you hear from the sheriff, you may find that it comes from the top.
All right, sir. It's going to be DID 9594.
9594?
And DID 9155, and you can request that Monday through the proper channels with those IDs.
Yes, someone just remind you that it's public information. What was your ID number?
You can do a public records request, sir.
What was
My
your...
ID is 9483.
I then ended the call because I'm through with her. I said before that cop is probably hiding right around the corner from accountability. Sure enough, he's quite predictable. There he is. Since he refused to give me his name, dispatch refused to give me his name, I'm gonna try again. Listen to him tell me he doesn't have to give it to me. This guy is itching to violate my rights. Excuse me.
What's up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to get his name.
Aside from what you might project. We're in a lawful duty. We have a prisoner here. You need to keep moving because they're going to obstruct traffic.
But that was a lot of words when you could have just said your name. Your name. Look.
I'm not entitled to give you anything.
You're not entitled to give me...
No, what do you need from us?
You interacted with me and I'm asking for your name.
You were by my car. I didn't know if you were burglarizing it or if you needed something.
That's my car.
Estrada,
That's the people's car.
Continue going.
It's not your car. It's the people's car.
If you obstruct that, I'm going to stop you for a traffic stop.
I don't see any obstruction.
It's coming right behind you. You need to
okay.
Okay. If that car is behind you, you need to keep going or I'm going to stop you for obstructing traffic right now.
Keep barking orders. Keep barking orders. After a vehicle did start approaching, I moved. Not because he said so, but because I don't want to hold up another person, even though they don't care as they're parked in the middle of the road. As always, I'm the bigger person. But I turned around so I could legally park, not like him with his clown car in the middle of the road, but in consideration for citizens. Because to me, he seems pretty edgy, and in my opinion, not the ideal cop. He's one looking to enforce feelings and retaliate for his hurt feelings, so I wanted to stop and record this public figure in the course of his official duties, while, as always, not interfering. But he ran from me again. As soon as I turned around, he got in his car and took off. I was hoping he was going to pull me over, but I don't know, maybe he thought better of it. Maybe he decided he had made himself look bad enough already, and he'd be better served just minding his business as he should have to begin with. Something about that badge makes a lot of cops not able to mind their own damn business. It's a shame because people like him make the other ones look bad. The ones that don't act like that. The ones that understand they have zero authority over you. And if anything, you have authority over them. But how do you suppose administration at the Volusia County Sheriff's Office deals with stuff like this? You think they condone it? Well, let's see what Mike Chitwood, the sheriff of the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, has to say about things like this. How does he feel about your valid concerns? I previously posted some videos featuring another deputy from this agency, Deputy Lowry. Now, Lowry has proven, he's shown us time and time again, that he is a tyrant feelings enforcement officer. He charges people with crimes they did not commit and uses statutes that do not apply in retaliation for his hurt feelings. And there's no question on this. This is what he does. It's proven. Charges are dropped. It's so bad that even some of his coworkers agree. And they don't like that he makes them look bad. And from those videos, some of you have contacted me. You told me that you reached out to Sheriff Mike Chitwood with your concerns over what you saw in those videos, those actions of Deputy Lowry. Very valid concerns, serious concerns, because you are concerned with the public's well-being and our constitutional rights. And you also, like me, won't stand for bullying in policing, abuse of power, abuse of the badge. Now, one person said he reached out and he emailed the sheriff, and the sheriff allegedly replied with something like, "Ha ha ha, you're a piece of shit. I don't care what you say. He stays." Now, I can't just run out and publish that and risk being guilty of defamation because that sounds ridiculous. What professional sheriff that's actually for the people would say something as childish as that? But if true, I want to let people know. So I submitted a public records request for his emails. And it's true. What the viewer sent me was exactly what the sheriff sent. And quoting the email from Sheriff Chitwood, it reads, "Ha ha ha, really don't care what a piece of shit like you thinks. He stays." Hey, great way to treat a concerned citizen there, Mikey. Another viewer also contacted the sheriff with concerns on the same deputy. And this was a pretty cordial, well-written, serious email that they sent. And like a child, again resorting to name-calling, Chitwood responding by calling that citizen an uninformed asshole. And this email, too, was confirmed via public records. That person actually replied to that response from the sheriff, which they also sent to me. And I thought that was a great reply, great response, a way to stand up for the people, and to show yet again that the people, not the police, are the bigger person, with the better intentions. Mike Chitwood, by the way, is running for re-election for Volusia County Sheriff in 2024. And if you too would like to contact him regarding anything you've seen in this video, I'll put his email address there at the bottom of the screen. It'll also be in the description of this video. And feel free to share with me the ridiculous and childish responses you may get. It seems like he can't help himself. But what you've seen here in this video is a great example of what happens when you've got tyrannical law enforcement leadership that has a mentality that that badge is above the people and above the law. We've got a cop that attempts but fails to bully a citizen for no reason, refuses to give the simple information he's required to give, which he ended up giving anyway after wasting his breath on a bunch of random words. Then you've got a dispatcher trying hard to keep public information from the public. And then you've got a sheriff on top of it all, displaying what he displays. They don't like when you push for accountability. They don't like when you force them to follow the same rules that they enforce. They don't like you to stand up for your rights or know your rights. And the police do not like to be policed, which is all the more reason we should be doing it even more. So share your thoughts on this video and stay tuned for more. But in the meantime, check out my other videos for more from this agency and others and all sorts of police shenanigans.